Energy management. In this module, there are 4 parts, including where energy comes from, counting the cost of energy security, and energy master planning. Many people are not familiar with where the energy they rely on every day actually comes from. In some ways, the scale and expanse of the effort that goes into our energy supply chain is invisible to consumers. Extraction methods and energy generation methods have evolved to be very efficient at a huge scale and enable the perception that energy is actually cheap. This graph from the Energy Information Agency illustrates how energy was produced in 2007 for all uses, including homes, transportation, and industry. In more recent studies, natural gas sources are increasing while coal is decreasing. Each source of energy comes with variable types of costs, risks, advantages, and disadvantages. Increasingly, efforts are being made to make our many sources of energy more transparent and appreciated so that better comparisons can be made between various types of energy sources. Let's take a look at some of the different costs that are associated with the finding and generation of energy. There are many different types of costs, including finding the actual sources of energy, extraction of raw materials, processing raw fuel into usable energy, disposing of waste products, distributing energy, maintaining a secure and reliable quality supply of energy, health impacts, and environmental resource use such as land and water. Not all of these costs appear on our utility bills. Many are subsidized by taxes, or in the case of health and environmental impacts, they're usually borne by others. Across the United States, thousands of people, most of them in low-income and minority communities, live next to heavily polluted industrial sites with poisoned air and water, contaminated soil, and suffer from elevated pollution-related health problems. Author Stephen Lerner recently named these places sacrifice zones in reference to these communities which pay an unfair price due to their proximity to industrial processes, many of which are related to the production of energy. The term energy security is of an increased interest at a national scale. A common rationale for maintaining our military strength is the security of reliable sources of energy. Local communities are also vulnerable to power outages due to severe weather and are also increasingly paying more attention to how to protect energy sources and services in the event of emergencies. Because energy security can be a significant motivator for homeowners, the topic of energy security can be woven into discussions about energy efficiency investments at home. These two topics are very highly related. Buying a generator costs about the same, or in some cases even more, than insulating your attic. While investments in efficiency can help save money and help pay for investments in other types of energy savings, they might not be a top priority for homeowners. Some homeowners, for example, might be more inclined to invest in a funky home energy management system or even renewable energy because they feel their home is more efficient or just because they're interested in renewable energy. It can be valuable for homeowners to consider how to invest in their home energy systems over time in a manner that's aligned with their priorities and interests. A sample energy master plan for a home might look something like this. In the first year, insulate and air seal a home as needed. In the second year, monitor energy bills a little more closely to learn about where energy costs are coming from. In years 3 and 4, address some of these with more efficient lights and perhaps replacement of aging appliances with new ones that have more flexible controls. A few years out, invest in a better hydronic heating system with plumbing that even allows for solar thermal generation in the future. And in 7 to 10 years, upgrade the home electrical service with a backup battery system and a solar system with a lease that is also combined with a roof replacement. Of course, a plan like this would be unique to the conditions of an individual home and the priorities of a homeowner. A home energy assessment is a great way to get started and to create a plan that's based on both the home and the homeowner.